Hey everyone, welcome back to Iguana Gaming. I'm the Iguana, and today, guys, we are playing some ARK Survival Evolved Mobile Edition. Today, we are back on our Ascendant Creature game, and I have been getting requests for quite some time to do a video on the amazing Thatch collector, Megaloceros. So today, I figured it would be really fun. We're gonna go ahead and tame up a male Megaloceros because the females are kind of not that great, and then once we do that, we will go ahead and yeah, we'll do the Ascendant Creature unlock. We'll have some fun with it. Should be kind of interesting. Alright. Unfortunately, I may have to find another Megaloceros if I can't prevent them from getting killed by terror birds. There we go. Alright, so this'll work. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and bola this guy, just to kind of keep him still. And turn on infinite ammo. Here we go. And we should be able to knock this guy out in just one hit, because they are not super strong, so it doesn't take much. Alright, yeah, so... it's terror birds. No, don't! Oh my goodness. The redwoods. It's kind of a terrible place to tame, but that is okay. Alright, so Megaloceros are usually not all that impressive in terms of stats or in terms of damage that they deal as like a base amount. So yeah, it's probably going to take quite a few levels to get this guy to be really, really good. So I'm going to go ahead and use the God Console on him and just do my absolute best here to get him leveled up as well as we can. And I probably should get some biotoxin for him. Alright, here we go. I'll just give him a couple of those, and then I will start leveling him up. Beautiful. So now I'm going to do this for quite some time. We'll get him up to 1,000 or 2,000 levels. We'll tame him up, and then we will continue using the Ascendant Creature unlock at that time to see just how good we can get this guy to be. So I will see you guys in just a little bit here. Okay, guys, so the Megaloceros is up. The first one I was taming did unfortunately wake up partway through the process. I was not watching its torpor very carefully, so this one is a different Megaloceros, but should be all good here. I'm going to go ahead and have it stop following me for a second. That is not what I wanted. There we go. Heal all. Hopefully the heal all will keep it from getting too much torpor. That can be like one of the major issues with taming a creature this way, is that their torpor just keeps rising, so occasionally you have to press the heal all button to get it to go back down. So I'm going to go ahead and saddle this guy up. There we go. Alright, and he is absolutely adorable. I love Megaloceros. I think they're super cute. Yeah, now unfortunately they do not gather berries, to my knowledge. They have a pretty big jump, and then they've got this swipe attack, but this swipe attack doesn't actually do anything against bushes or anything like that, which makes it kind of an interesting attack because it's not all that useful for gathering until you hit a tree. So, there you go. Yeah, this basically takes down a tree, which is pretty good. Currently it looks like we're getting almost 300 thatch per redwood tree, and that is equivalent to about 2,500 melee damage, so that's not too bad. Actually, let's go ahead and try him out before we level him up. Keep healing up. Before we level him up, let's go ahead and see how much damage we do. Okay, more than 400. That is good news. I'm okay with leaving the griffin there for now. Alright, let's see if we can find something that will actually give us a little bit of a challenge here in terms of health. Maybe this Diplo. Alright, yeah, so 2,500 health on this Diplo. If I could see it, that would be good. There we go. Okay, so you can see we're doing probably almost 700 damage per hit. And this is the base. It just tamed up at 2,500 levels, so that's not too bad, but it's definitely not super strong, especially considering how little health we have. and it really doesn't equate to all that much thatch, because most of the time Megaloceros are primarily used as thatch gatherers. That's kind of their only real ability. So you definitely want to have these guys be stronger than that. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and start using the level up function on this guy. And I know it says level up self, but when you're mounted on a creature, guys, the level up self button applies those levels to the creature that you're actually riding, not to your character. So you can see here, 259 levels, and they're all going into the Megaloceros, not into me. Let's go ahead and hit melee here. I want this guy to be super strong. That will do it. Almost 30k melee, and we've barely put any levels onto him at all, which is pretty good. Okay, let's go hit another tree and see what we get. Ugh, we're still a little slow. I may have to do something. Yeah, 660 thatch. That is so much better than the almost 300 we were getting. It's pretty good. So melee does obviously increase your harvesting amounts. Yeah, I love it. This is... I would never need thatch again if I was going to do this. Although there are limits to how much thatch you can get per item, basically. So a redwoods tree is obviously going to give me more thatch than, say, your typical, like, palm tree would on the beach. Alright, let's see. Is there anything that's a little bit stronger here? I am apparently just going to, like, wreck everything I see. Yeah, we're a little bit slow. I think I'm going to go ahead and add in some levels to speed, because I really do want to see... these guys are pretty fast as is. I would just like to get a little bit more speed in there, just to see if we can be a little faster, maybe not take as long to get around. 648% sounds pretty good. That's a decent amount. We're gonna do our little dance. Alright. Cool. This is a decent amount of speed now. Alright, killed that Diplo in no time flat. Let's see, is there anything bigger? It is getting a little dark, so let's go ahead and make it daytime. Perfect. Alright, now I'm gonna search around. Hopefully we'll find something a little bit of a bigger size with a little bit more health. Diplos are usually pretty good for testing out just base stats on these guys. Like this one over here. 1700. Yes, we definitely do more than 1700 damage. Okay. But obviously, I think we're stronger than that. I think we can take on even more. This guy is pretty powerful. As long as we don't get pounced off the raptor, we'll be okay. Oh my gosh, I love it. This is maybe the strongest Megaloceros that ever existed, and it makes me very happy. I actually feel like this creature is one of those that gets looked over a lot, which is really unfortunate because they're really a very cool creature. They just kind of need a TLC pass, a little bit like the Parasaur kind of needs one, so that they would be a little bit more useful. Like if Megaloceros could also gather berries, that would be good, or if they had another attack, I think that would be really useful, because currently all they have is this one Hornswipe attack, and they're really not all that useful. They're not as fast as a Gallimimus. They jump pretty far, but it's nothing like you can get with like an Equus or even something, I don't even know. What else jumps? I mean, you can get a lot of really good jumps on a lot of really good creatures, but the Megaloceros is one of the better jumpers. It's just not the best jumper out there. So it's a useful creature, but not as useful as maybe it could be. And I would really like to see some love paid to it, because it would be really cool to have a really, really strong deer, I think. It would be a fun thing to add to the game. Yeah, so currently their only ability really is gathering thatch. That's like the only thing they're good for. And they don't even gather enough thatch to make it really worth taming one most of the time. Like, I would just use a Dodic to gather thatch, because they do gather almost as much, and they can also gather stone. So Dodics are technically a little bit more useful. Actually, I wonder, we could probably see, I don't know if we'll fit into a cave, but it would be really fun to try to go into an ice cave here. Can I not get stuck on things. Wait, wait, wait. Where am I going? Where's the ice cave? I'm getting very turned around. I need to go that way. Okay. Alright, now unfortunately it's a little bit cold for me, so I will have to keep using the heal feature, but the Megaloceros itself should be just fine here. I'm gonna wreck all these things, and then we'll go find the ice cave. There we go. That was fun. Alright, yeah, so I do wish that these guys had a little bit more love paid to them. I would love to see a TLC pass on this creature, because it actually is a very neat creature. Yeah, so I think that would be useful if they had one other ability. I think it would make them just a little bit more fun to have tamed up and to use in one of these areas. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and heal myself so I don't die in this cave. Now, I'm not sure... We're a little too fast. I'm not sure we'll actually fit in this cave very well. I'm gonna have to walk very carefully, because they are pretty tall. Yeah, they're not gonna fit through here. Darn it. Well, it was worth a try. They're just a little bit too big compared to, like, the wolf, which is very disappointing, because it would be nice to be able to take them into the cave. Super disappointing. I do wish that little, like, shelf limiter wasn't in there, because this cave would be so much better if you could take more creatures into it, or more different creatures into it. Alright. Well, if we can't fit there, let's see. We can fit into the central cave. The central cave doesn't have the strongest creatures in it. I would prefer the swamp cave, but the swamp cave also has those toxic fumes. And I don't want to be invulnerable because I actually want to test out how good the Megaloceros actually is in these types of situations. Alright, and we are... Yep. Cool, so we get the jumping bug that we get whenever we level up movement speed on a creature. We end up getting this weird bug where we fly across the map if you come out just right. That's not good. That almost killed us. Okay. Let's go over to the central cave and check it out. I would like to just do a quick run through and see if we can actually take on some of those things without too much issue. See how good these guys do in a fight. Can we find it? Ugh. Hi, Iguanodon. Okay. Okay, I keep hurting myself by jumping a little too far, and it's a little unfortunate. Just to make sure we don't get the raptor friend trying to pounce us, I will happily kill those before they jump on me. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and heal all before we head in here. Kill this Diplo just for fun. And let's make our way inside. Oop, it is super dark in here. I appreciate the glowing mushrooms, because otherwise this cave would be really hard to run. Alright, let's just go through and... Yep. Oop, I did not mean to grab the dossier. Okay. Cool. Well, we just destroyed everything in, like, no time flat. Pretty much one hits on everything. And then, obviously, we didn't have, too much trouble losing health either, because nothing really had much chance to hit us, which is kind of nice. So, Megaloceros suddenly becomes a pretty good caving dino, once you have a ridiculous amount of melee on it. There we go. Not bad. Okay, I'm actually really kind of enjoying the Megaloceros out of its element. Like, you would never normally take this creature into a cave. They are way too weak, but with the Ascendant Creature unlock, you can. And it's really fun to walk around with, like, this magnificent set of horns that they have. I love the antlers on these guys. They're so good. Okay, let's go up. There's another Megaloceros. Megaloceros? Yeah. Megaloceros and Megaloceros. There's lots. Okay, we already killed those. Cool. Man, I keep making these really strong creatures, and I keep thinking I wish I had more Titans and Gigas on the map just ready to go, because these guys are so overly strong that it's actually really hard to see how good they are until you can get them up against something that has a ridiculous amount of health like the Titan, or a ridiculous amount of damage like the... what? Like the Megaloceros. Oh, sorry. Like the Giga. A ridiculous amount of damage like the Giga. I could have sworn I saw a tame bleep into existence there, and it made me a little bit nervous. Because I should not have any tames up here, so I'm a little confused. But it looks like we're okay. Alright. Man, this guy is just so much fun. And not only that, but now we get, like, the most ridiculous amount of thatch in the world, which is awesome. Didn't even have to give it that many levels to get this good, so that is always fun. Oh my gosh. Ah! I didn't even know there was a dossier up here. Where did that come from? Alright, well, Europterids. I have not actually seen a Europterid in this game, I think, yet. I think they're in the deep ocean. But I'm not actually sure, because I haven't actually seen one so far. Bye, Spino. Oh my goodness, we are just so fast. It's fantastic, actually. I love how fast the Megaloceros are, especially with their little jump feature. There we go. We can jump quite far. If we hadn't hit the Diplo, we would have made that. I'm a little salty. Okay, that's okay. Oh, man. I love doing the Ascendant Creature things, guys. Like, if you have not already, I would say definitely if you have the Ascendant Creature unlock, play with it a little, because it is really fun. I, like, have dedicated an entire save file to just playing with leveling up creatures in, like, the weirdest ways I can think of. And it is actually super entertaining, so I highly recommend it if you already have it. If you don't already have it, it may not be worth the amount that you have to pay for it, given the limitations it has, but it is still a very cool feature, and if you like sandboxing in ARK, it is a very cool sandbox sort of feature that you can get, so there is that about it. Alright. I think, guys, that I am, like, yeah, I don't think there's too much more we can do with this guy other than go and try to find a Giga or a Titan, which I don't think I'm going to do just for, like, time purposes. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and end it off there, guys. So if you did find yourself enjoying this episode at any point, please do remember to hit that like button because it seriously helps me out. And if you want to see more content like this, you can, of course, subscribe. I will catch you all in the next one. Signing off, this is the Iguana.